Okay, so for my project, I created a sports memorabilia shop. I chose sports memorabilia shop because I've always been super interested in sports, and some point in the future, I'd like to own my own business. So, creating my own business with something I'm very interested in just seemed like it could be a fun way to do this project. So, basically, my store, you could see the online store right here. This is just a couple of things that I would want to incorporate, like jerseys here, hats, and then a T-shirt like this, which is retro. The prices are, I mean, you could say they're a little bit high, but if you look on like the NFL store or MLB store, or any of their any leagues like website and like merchandise store, prices are even way higher than this. So I think it's pretty reasonable. This is the first link I had in my website. The next link was this green initiative that I wanted to create it. So for the green initiative, I wanted to be able to use old material in authentic sports gear, which are reusable and recyclable for clothes that are sustainable in the environment, because I feel like it's important to use, fabrics and materials that aren't like plastic that will just sit in like a landfill and could probably destroy the environment. I'm going to go into that more of that with the ad groups, but then the last link within the website was the contacts, and it's just basic contact information like email and store hours, stuff like that. So next up, I have the ad groups, and for the ad groups, one of the ad groups was like just general sports memorabilia, and the keywords I picked were baseball memorabilia, hockey memorabilia, NFL, NBA memorabilia, sports memorabilia stores, sports memorabilia near me. And I picked these keywords because I thought that these are things that people, could generally type into their computer. Like, it's not out of the ordinary. Like, I've typed these things into my computer. I know other sports fans probably type these things. So I chose that, and for some like the headlines, I put jerseys, hats, retro t-shirts, sports merchandise, just things that, if you saw that on a website, you may think about clicking on. And as the for the descriptions, I put authentic jerseys and hats of your favorite players and teams, and retro t-shirts and hats of the most famous players and teams of all time. Again, I just feel like these are things that, people, if they saw that, might want to click on, especially if you're a sports fan, because that's obviously who I'm targeting. And the domain I picked was harveysportsmemorabilia.com. I'll talk about that more when I get to the domain names. But the other ad group I had was for the green initiative. So the keywords I used were recycled fashion, fabric recycling, recycled clothing warehouse, clothing waste, clothes recycling near me, and recycled material clothing. Again, I feel like those are things that people that care about reusable material and limiting waste in clothing would search up in their computer. And if they happen to be a sports fan too, my website would be a perfect, medium for them. So again, the URL I picked was the same one I used for the last one. And some of the headlines I chose were reusable goods, recyclable fabrics, recyclable sports memorabilia, and just t-shirts. Basic things, about my website. And the descriptions I put were: our merchandise is made from reusable and recycled materials. Any sort of sport memorabilia or short shirts that are made from materials that are sustainable. Again, just things that make, people that care about the environment and what goes into their clothing want to click on the website, And finally, picking the domain names, I used GoDaddy and Namecheap. I ended up on this one, just Harvey Sports Memorabilia, just because it was like, I felt that it fit my website the best, because it's literally just what it's what my website is, Harvey Sports Memorabilia. And it's $2.99 for the first year, which is a little bit more expensive than Namecheap, which would have been $178, but I chose GoDaddy because it had this free website builder included and the privacy protection forever, which hides my privacy, which is obviously important because I use the same email and I have reused passwords before for websites, so I feel like it's important to have some sort of privacy involved with it, which Namecheap didn't offer, even if it was just a little bit cheaper. So yeah, and that is my website.